Now in this video, we're going to show you how we can use some of the dimension tools, some of the area and volume tools, okay, that are in Sketchpad to help us understand some of our concepts in geometry. Now, let's say I wanted to make a rectangular solid, which was 3 foot by 4 foot by 5 feet. Okay, so I can construct my rectangle. And again, from previous videos, I'm going to come out 3 feet by 4 feet. Now again, I'm going to type that in so I got an exact value. So even though this rectangle is drawn, is not complete, because as you see, I'm going to change the dimensions 3 feet, comma, 4 feet. And then you're going to see that that's going to reposition itself to be that exact, those exact dimensions. Now, speaking of dimensions, let's show you a tool, the dimension tool, where we can actually illustrate those dimensions. Now, this dimension going backwards, okay, is parallel to the green axis. So I'm going to create a dimension line extending from one endpoint to the other, and I'm going to pull that out to show that that is 4 feet. I'm also going to create a dimension line along the red axis, which is going to show this in the plane that it sits in right there, 3 feet. And again, I just clicked on one endpoint, clicked on the other, and then pulled it back. It's nice if you could pull it back in the plane that the figure sits in. Now, if you select on this then and right click, we can ask for the area of the selection, and it'll tell us it's 12 feet square. 12 feet square, 3 by 4 feet. Okay, now, all right, if I now, like I said, I want to build this 5 feet high, then we know from our simple formulas for prisms, the base area times the height will give us the volume. So the base area, again here, was 12 square feet, 12 square feet. If I pull that up 5 feet, okay, then 12 square feet times 5 will give me a volume of 60 cubic feet. Okay, so I'm going to use my push-pull, going to bring this up 5 feet, and there it is. Okay, I'm going to have my dimension line, tools, dimensions, and I'm going to show that that is 5 feet tall. Bring that out along this blue axis. Okay, now we know that that has a volume 3 by 4, 12 times 5, 60 cubic feet. Okay, SketchUp does not know that. Okay, well, it does know that, but you have to tell it that this is one complete solid. In other words, we got to make this thing a group. So what I do is I'm just pointing to the figure. I'm going to click, triple click. Well, I thought I could do that. Okay, something's activated. Okay, no, I'm not pointing at it. So I use the pointer tool. I click 3 times. Okay, all right. Again, I didn't use the pointer tool, so use the pointer tool, triple click, and then right click and go to the option of making that a group. Making that a group. Now, when you make that a group and then you click on it, do a right click on it, and you want to get the entity information, that's the first thing there, the entity information, and there we have it. It will tell us the volume, 60 cubic feet. 60 cubic feet, length times width times height. Okay, now the other thing you can do when this thing is a group that we did, okay, is we can move it. We can move it as a group. Okay, so in other words, we can get the move tool here. This is our move tool, and we can move it. Okay, and we can move it in a direction. Let's say if I want to move it back along the green axis, let's say I want to move it 2 feet back. Okay, moving it 2 feet back. Move it 2 feet up, okay? I'm going to move it 2 feet up along the blue axis, 2 feet up, okay? And there we go. Let's move 2 feet up, and I want to move it 2 feet in the direction of the red axis, okay? 2 feet in the direction of the red axis. All right, so again, I'm going to choose my move. I'm going to move that 2 feet. I don't think I selected it. Select it. Move it. Okay. 2 feet in the direction of the red axis. So 2. Enter that. And now, okay, I have some options here. I can have a pan, which maybe you can see the pan will allow me to move this back into position, viewing position. Then I'm going to use my orbit tool to illustrate to you how this thing has been moved 2 feet away from each of the axes. 2 feet up. Okay, here it is, 2 feet off the axes. Okay, 2 feet off the axes each way I look at it. All right. So there's a couple things. So a couple things in recap. Okay, dimension lines, measuring area, measuring volume, and moving a solid. Okay, so we'll have some exercises that'll help you work with those things. And so we're going to stop this at some point here. And here we go. There you go.